G'day, Tragic here, and welcome to another What's in the Box. Okay, this is a pretty exciting one. Hopefully, this will be what I think it is, but we will find out soon enough. And when we find out, we of course will be very happy, because who doesn't like getting a nice big box? I definitely do. You can just open this without cutting what's inside it. That'd be nice. Okie dokie. Ooh, what could it be? Well, there's that. What else is in here? Oh, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff everywhere. Gee, let's get all this out and organize it in one big package, shall we? For starters, we have the 2 faction expansion box for Dune. Now, Dune is one of my favorite games of all time. It's a game that, how do I put this? I like, in theory, more than I actually like to play. The truth is, gaming tastes have changed over the years. I don't really play games that take, 5 hours to play anymore. That being said, Dune was always one of my favorite games, way back when the Avon Hill copy came out. And I just had to get this set. Now, I've got the set. I've actually print and played this game twice. I've got the Scott set and the LOTR set, which is the same graphics as this. But once it had an official version, I needed to get it just to add to my collection. Plus, I now have the 2 expansions, which I never had originally. This is the Ixians and Talaxians, and the Chom and the Rashis. Very, very cool. I'm not going to actually open these because I haven't actually played the new Dune since I bought it. So I want to keep these in shrink in case I sell it in one big package, all in shrink. And here we have Arkham Horror, the Dunwich Legacy, and Arkham Horror, the Dunwich Legacy, but this time it's the Investigator expansion. So, I don't know if you remember, but years ago, I made a video about the state of the LCG, where I basically said it's in a lot of trouble because it's so hard to keep up to date. There's so many cards coming out, there's so many adventures. And I said in that video, I think it was about 6-7 years ago, that it was around about the time where Netrunner got cancelled and Conquest had just been cancelled and Star Wars was going to be cancelled. And I made a video like, is the LCG dead? And in it, I said that the format they needed to do was to go to large box expansions and split the player cards and the quest cards. That's exactly what FFG has done. I don't know if they saw my video, probably not. I mean, it was an obvious fix. But now that they are doing this, the LCG is such a more viable format for collectors. As in, you have this big box here, and all that is the quest, the Dunwich Legacy. You can buy this campaign box and play it at any point in your Arkham career. And then over here, we have just the player cards from that cycle. So, the problem with Lord of the Rings for me is that after so many years, there are more quests in Lord of the Rings that I could possibly play. So it's annoying to me that I have to buy, hundreds of dollars worth of cards and I'm only getting a few. But basically now you can just buy the player cards, grab them as many as you want. You want this, you want the player cards from the next expansion, you just buy this little box. And then if you want to play any quest, you just buy the quest box. It's so awesome. So this is the re-release in the new format of the very first expansion cycle for Arkham Horror, the Dunwich Legacy, and the player cards for it. And I'm very, very keen. I'm going to start playing this on the channel pretty soon. I've been teaching myself how to play it. Very, very cool. And I also got this, which is the brand new expansion, The Edge of the Earth. But look, and here's how the new system works. I just got the player cards because I have the whole core set. I've got the whole of Dunwich Legacy to play before I even, get to the next campaign. So why buy it right now? Instead, I just bought the player cards for the brand new expansion, and I will eventually get Edge of the Earth when it comes out. But yeah, so that's new Arkham Horror stuff. Awesome. Also, while I was buying things, I also got 2 new Lord of the Rings boxes. This is Land of Shadow and the Flame of the West. These are the saga packs. This means I'm not really buying Lord of the Rings anymore. I just don't play it enough anymore. I play it online a bit, but even online, I'm still going through all the quests that I own. But I'm worried that it's going to go out of print because Lord of the Rings just got bought by Wizards of the Coast or something, if I can remember correctly. And I want to make sure I have the entire saga collection from The Hobbit all the way to when the Mordor one where he chucks it into the fire. So I needed 3 more, so I've got these 2. So there's one of these I've got to get still, the very last one, and that completes the entire saga expansions for Lord of the Rings. And that will be played, that's the sagas, on this channel soon. I play the 2-handed and 1-handed random games on the digital channel, but I will be playing the saga with the cards on this channel. But I had to buy them straight away because I just think that these are about to go out of print because of the new merger. I also, because I'm having so much fun in Elder Sign, upgraded my Elder Sign collection. I got Omens of the Deep, Omens of Ice, and Omens of the Pharaoh. So these are all the current expansions for Elder Sign. They all do different things, and they work like gates, as in they add more stuff, a couple of new mechanics, but it's mainly a brand new adventure deck that replaces the existing one. Now, I think it's Omens of the Deep and the Pharaoh one actually add a second adventure deck. So you go on expeditions, like, I'm not quite sure how that one works, but in this one, you start off preparing and then you sail to Antarctica, and that's a whole new deck. So I'm very, very keen to play these. I will probably play them on the channel too. I also got this little sucker as well. This is just a tiny little mini expansion. It's 1 set of cards. It just adds a little mechanic to the game, and it's called Grave Consequences. I'll probably perma-mix this into the base set. And if I just open this up, basically, it's just one little deck, and it's 3 sets of cards. 3 sets of decks, 3 decks. So you get the Epitaph cards. These are basically gravestones. You have Epic Battle cards, which is a concept from the Arkham Horror board game that makes the battles at the end more interesting and harder. And we have Phobia cards, which are condition cards that, you've seen them in Eldritch Horror a lot. The Epitaph cards I particularly like. The idea here is that it gives a grave consequence for your characters dying. You can't just sacrifice them to get new powers and stuff and starting equipment. Basically, you draw the gravestone and it's like an event. Awesome. It's very cute. It's just a cute little expansion that adds a little functionality to Elder Sign. So that is now a full Elder Sign set along with my other ones. And finally, I got Calico. Now, Calico looks like a cutesy game, but it's basically a pretty heavy, puzzly kind of game. And in it, you're creating a quilt, and you want to make it so it attracts cats to sleep on. Very, very cute game. It's going to be a big hit with my group, I can tell. And that's that. I will see you guys next time.